Hey everyone, today's video is about when you text him saying I love you and he freaks out. But this time it's actually for a good reason. Trigger warning though, if you do not deal with stuff like that, well, maybe you really shouldn't watch this. And just remember that I do love you. If you are going through something hard, do not forget that, please. Anyways, let's get going. The weight of the day presses down on you harder than usual. It's the kind of heaviness that makes you feel like you're sinking, even when you're just lying in bed. The darkness outside your window mirrors the ache deep inside, and no matter how many deep breaths that you take, it just won't go away. You stare at your phone, fingers hovering over the keyboard, the screen glowing in the dim light. You know you shouldn't, but the numbness has taken over. There's an overwhelming sense of finality in your chest, and for a second, it feels like this is the only way to let it out. So you type, I love you, Gatsky. I don't know if I'll ever be able to tell you this again, but I want you to know. The message hangs on your screen, taunting you. Your heart pounds, and before you can second guess yourself, you hit send. Almost instantly, the regret seeps in, but the numbness is stronger. You turn your phone face down, trying to brace yourself for whatever comes next. The silence almost defeating. Minutes pass, maybe an hour, and then your phone vibrates violently against the mattress. You don't move, you can't. Again and again, the vibrations cut through the silence, and then the ringing begins. Katsuki was calling. You know he is. You don't even have to look at the screen to know his name is flashing across it. And then it stops, plays again, and stops. And then again. Finally you get bored and pick it up, swiping to answer the call. His voice cuts in immediately, low, urgent, and laced with an emotion you rarely hear from him. What the hell do you mean by that? Bakugou's voice beams through the speaker. Where are you? Talk to me. He bites her lip, struggling to form the words. I don't know if I can anymore, Katsuki. No. His voice was hard, unyielding, but there's a tremor beneath it. Don't you dare finish that sentence. I'm coming over right now. Don't you freaking move. The call ends before you can respond. You sit there, staring at the phone in your hand. The sudden silence unnerving. Part of you feels guilty, but another part feels relieved. Even just for a second. His voice pulled you back from the edge. You sit in that haze, almost unaware of how much time has passed, until you hear the pounding on your front door. Open the damn door. Katsuki shouts, his voice muffled through the wood. Don't make me blow this thing off of its hinges. You slowly make your way to the door, unlocking it with shaking hands. As soon as you crack it open, Katsuki pushes it wide, his eyes blazing with something that you can't quite place. Fear, anger, desperation. What the heck were you thinking? He growls, stepping inside and shutting the door behind him. His hands were on you instantly, gripping your shoulders, holding you as if you might disappear if he lets go. You can't just send something like that and expect me not to lose my shit. You can't meet his eyes. The shame was too much for you. I'm sorry, you whisper, your voice barely audible. I didn't know what else to do. His hands drop from your shoulders, but only so he can pull you into his arms. His embrace was fierce, almost crushing, but it's exactly what you needed. You bury your face in his chest, the tears that you've been holding back finally breaking free. I'm sorry, you say again, your voice muffled against his shirt. I didn't mean to scare you. He pulls back just enough to tilt your chin up, forcing you to look at him. His crimson eyes were intense. filled with a mix of emotions that you can't quite untangle.
Don't say that shit to me. Don't ever do that again, you hear me?
His voice softened slightly, though the urgency never leaves it.
You mean too much to me. You can't just leave me like that.
You nod, unable to find your voice. He pulls you back enough against him, his hand tangling in your hair as he holds you close.
I don't care how hard it gets. Or bad.
He murmurs into your hair, his breath warm against your skin.
You come to me, and you tell me. Don't hide this shit from me. I'm here, damn it. I'm not going anywhere.
You nod again, this time with a little more conviction. The weight in your chest still lingers, but it still feels a little suffocating with him here. His presence alone grounds you, reminding you that you're not alone, even when it feels like it. I'm sorry, you whisper for the third time, but this time, it's different. This time, you mean it for more than just scaring him. You were sorry for shutting him out, for letting the darkness take over when he was already there, ready to fight it with you.
I know,
he says softly, his thumb brushing over your cheeks to wipe away a stray tear.
But don't be. Just promise me that you'll talk to me next time, okay?
You finally manage to meet his eyes, and the intensity of his gaze takes your breath away. I promise. He nods, satisfied, and pulls you back into his arms. You stay like that for what feels like hours, the steady beat of his heart beneath your ear, lulling you into a calm that you didn't think was possible earlier. His hand never stopped, moving through your hair, a quiet reassurance that he was here, that he's not going anywhere.
I love you. You know that, right?
His voice was quiet, but the weight of the words makes your heart ache in the best way. You nod against him. I love you too. His grip tightens slightly.
Good. Then you better stick around, because I'm not going to let you go that easily.
And for the first time, in what feels like forever, you let yourself believe that maybe, just maybe, you will actually be okay. And with Katsuki by your side, you know you won't be facing anything alone. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!